Today I'll be showing you how to make fire beats that will never get plays by anyone. So for starters, I'm going to start off with this sample here that I've been looking at. Fire sample. And yeah, let's go ahead and set our key and our BPM. So I know my BPM is 135. Apply. And when you hit apply, you hit don't adjust. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and set my key. My key is a D sharp minor, so it's going to be E flat minor. Sometimes if you get double keys like that and it's like a key that you don't have here for Soundtrap, all you do is open up what is it called, the piano or any instrument here, and I know for example, I know my key is a D sharp minor, so I'm going to go to D sharp minor, and also it's still considered a E flat minor, if that makes sense. Yeah. But anyways, so now my key and BPM is set. So now I have my loop here. Now, next thing I like to add is some reverb. I'm gonna like 26% reverb. 26% is the sweet spot for me when it comes to making beats. So this is our sample here with the reverb. I think I'm at 16 because I think it already has reverb on it, so I'm going to chill with 16. And let's see, I'm hearing vocals, but I'm not going to force vocals on, because if you're thinking of making this for an artist, you don't want to add vocals. That's too crazy, because it's going to take away the space for the artist vocals. So let's see what I could find here. I actually did find some vocals. It's pretty spaced out. It's nothing crazy. It sounds like, it sounds like it fits the vibe. So I'm going to go ahead and import the vocals in. These are the vocals here. As you can see, it's not on time, but it's easy to make it go on time. So on Soundtrap, all you do is hit Alt, and once you hit Alt, you're gonna hit Alt and then put your little mouse like right here on the edge of the sample. You hit Alt, and then when you do that, tap the track first, and then you hit Alt, and once you do that, it should pull up this little symbol here, which is helping you time stretch. So you're just gonna drag it back into it. It's in time. It's gonna put up this little stretching thing here, and that's how you get your sample in key. But this is the vocals here without any effects. I'm gonna need to do a lot of editing to this to make it fit. I'm gonna have to add some reverb and stuff. Definitely a visual EQ. Just like take out some of those lows. It's a little bit too much. I'm gonna filter. One more EQ. Some delay for sure. Do 1/4 and cut the lows. I think it should fit. For now, I'm going to just mute it. I'm not going to force the vocals in if it doesn't need to be in. But let's go ahead and go for a snare. A clap. Just go ahead and put our pattern in. For my claps, I usually like to let my clap sit around 1.6 dB or just just 6 dB flat. But let's go ahead and put our pattern in. Something simple, I think for a type of beat like this, I hear kind of spaced out hi-hats with rolls and stuff. Nothing too crazy, so I'm gonna just build a pattern. Just gonna turn this freaking treble down. I don't know why it keeps pushing it up. Yeah, I think this is gonna be my pattern right here. Nothing too crazy. Let's go ahead and fill that out. And then just merge regions, and I'll just add some extra notes if I want to make it sound a little bit different. I think I'm gonna do 2 right here. And make this one drop down. Perfect. Next thing I'm going for is an open hat. I would do kick first, but I'm gonna do open hat and then let my kick kind of follow behind the open hat. The open hat will help me know where I'm gonna place my kick. So let's go. Why does it keep doing this? Like it keeps, bro. I like this. Add a little bit of reverb. Perfect. So next I'm gonna go ahead and go for kick. And let's go. It's bugged again. So let's try to fix this really quick. No, still bugged. Alright, so let me go ahead and reload the page. Alright, just reloaded the page. Let's see if it's ready to work. Perfect. Kinda wanna start like this. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if I could do it. That's fire. Just hear that pattern. Now I'm hearing spins 808, but I'm also hearing like almost like a synth sub 808, like a long 808. I'm gonna do spins because spins are just the go-to 808 and it sounds good majority of the time. And I'm gonna still try to, because I want to slide the notes, so I'm gonna try to slide the notes around. Like that's what I kind of hear. So let me bring in the spins 808. I think I'm gonna have to reload the thing again. Yeah. Alright, we're back. Let's see if it's good. Perfect. I'm gonna turn this treble down too one time. And there we go. Let's go to instruments. So all I'm gonna do now is just copy this pattern from the kick and drop it down into the 808. I'm gonna mute this. Also, real quick, let me go ahead and title. Make sure you title your stuff. Yeah, so let me go ahead and title everything really quick. So what I'm gonna do now is just, now I'm gonna mess with this on purpose. I'm gonna pitch it up by, a couple of octaves up, just so I can hear the 808 better. Perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put them back to the regular key, and let's hear it. Okay, so you can't really hear it, so let me go ahead and EQ this first. I forgot to do this because this already has its own bass inside of it. If you listen closely, you could hear it. Actually, not even if you listen. If you look, you can see that it's going to be a lot of stuff going on over here. Oh, if I play the beat first, you can see. So let's cut some of this out. That should be enough. A little trick I like to do so that we can hear the 808 a little bit more is turn the 808 up, obviously. So I'm going to turn it up to like 6. Actually, I'll do like 8. Let's see how that sounds. I like to add a visual EQ onto my 808 and then just boost those just by a little bit to almost give it that kind of clipping effect, like kind of like what FL Studio has when you forgot the knob that they have. Things called a boost knob for the 808. It's kind of like what I like to do for Soundtrap. Let's add a kick back in. The vocals. Out. And this is pretty much a finished beat. There's not that much to add. No, all you have to do is just arrange the beat. One thing that I do like to try before I arrange my beats, I learned this from J Cactus. If you want to learn about making beats and all that stuff, you gotta check out J Cactus. I always have to reverse my beats. Reverse my whatever sample that I have. I always have to reverse it, but sometimes you get like a different sound out of it. So let's try that. Well, two things I like to do. First, I like to, reverse it. So let's try this out first to see if we get a different sound. Sometimes when you reverse it, if it doesn't sound good, you're gonna literally need to like chop it up like this. There we go. Delete this one and then just drag the notes around like this. Sometimes you do this. I did this a couple of times and I actually made the loop sound different, so it's a different thing. I like to try to get a different sound out of it. Take a little bit more lows out. Sound like it's a little bit too much. Maybe because when you reverse, they kind of like mess with the bass. So I'm gonna keep this as 1. I'm gonna just highlight everything really quick, and I'm going to just zoom in so that I won't have clipping. I'm gonna just drag the fader in and out for like the intro and stuff, like not the intro but like when the notes hit, so something like that. and this kind of give it a smoother transition. Perfect. So now I'm going to do is highlight everything and then hit merge region. So when I'm moving the track around, it's not going everywhere and I don't have to highlight every note. I can just move it as one whole. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit this, rename this to reverse. So I'm going to go REVE. Perfect. And another thing I like to do, which I'm going to try and duplicate, I always like to pitch it down by 1 octave. So I'm gonna hit this, change pitch, and I'll go down by 12, which is, I think is an octave, or I'm probably wrong, but I like to pitch it down by 12. So let's hear that. That's fire. See, now that I'm hearing it, now I heard something that I want to add. Let me just record this in, and then I'll mess with the control and see what we can make. Alright, perfect. Now I'm going to just hit piano roll, just highlight this, and I'm going to hit quantize by 116, and then let's go over to control and see what we can make. For sure, let's turn sub off, because sub is going to basically, like, I could kind of play it and show you what it would sound like with the with and without the sub. So if I'm playing it with the sub, playing it without the sub, with the sub, and then without the sub, you hear the difference. Let's see how that sounds with everything. Let's see. Let's go to a different sound. Let's turn glide on, and let's glide this, not this glide. This part would be like cool for like a bridge. And while we're here, I can go ahead and actually import like a respace. I feel like a respace will go fire here. So let me see what I can find. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna switch. Let me just make sure it's in key first. Perfect. So now I'm gonna switch it from poly to mono, so I can be able to slide it around and stuff like that. I'm gonna do just copy the same pattern from the synth and just put it inside for the, just paste it inside the same track for the Reese. And I'm gonna go ahead and just hit edit and then hit pitch and then bring it up by 12. Send us up to like 5 or 7. So yeah, I could probably use that part for like an intro or like an outro or something, or for like a bridge. But let's go ahead and arrange this. So we'll change this to pitched. Oh, it changes to pitched. Alright, perfect. So let's go ahead and mute everything that we for sure know we're not using yet. So all of these could get moved to the end. We're not pitching anything down or up yet. Let's mute these also. Actually, let's see how it would sound as like an intro. Let's go ahead and mute the claps and all this stuff. Let's see. Turn this loop off. Nah, now I got the intro. I'll leave it for like an outro, like a bridge. So let's go ahead and mute it for now. And let's just ride with it. I want like a clean intro. So let's go. I still need to like, I think I might just delete that whole part and put like my own instrument on top. It's very, very loud. I think I could just copy the notes on a different track. Let me see if I could. So let's see this copy. It's supposed to be a guitar that they're using. And I think the instrument that I think it's called fire guitar, but yeah, I think it's called fire guitar. I'm gonna use this little mallet instrument and then see what we could do. Let's just copy the instrument. Let me copy the pattern and then let's see what we could do. So let's mute this for now and let's try this out, see how it sounds with this. This doesn't sound too bad. Let's add a visual on it. Save it too much. Let me glue all the notes also, since I'm playing the guitar. Let me glue all the notes. Bro, I can't glue on. Okay. So I guess you gotta do it section by section. There we go. Glue notes. And then glue notes. And I'm gonna add it, like humanize it on time so that certain stuff could be offbeat a little bit. I want this to sound like very, very spacey. So add some reverb on it. I think that should be good. I just wanted to like sit in the background just a little bit. Now I feel like it's in low-key missing low end, so I'm gonna try pitching the guitar down on here and see if we get some lows back in. Alright, that should be good. I don't want to take too long on the beat. I don't want to take too long. We're already an hour in, so let's hurry up and just finish this. I think that sounds best. Let's give it a listen. But yeah, that's pretty much how I make beats inside Soundtrap. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like for more. Let me know what other genre you want to see me produce on here.